Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. This video is going to be the small creator tag. I am a small creator and I saw this going around and I thought, why not answer these questions as well? There are 14 questions in total and I'm just going to go through them and answer them. And if you see me looking over here, that's because that's where my laptop is, where I have the list of questions. So if you're like, what's going on off frame, then you know what's going on. So question number one, I'm just going to get to it straight away. Question number one, how many years have you been on YouTube? Well, I've been on YouTube for a long time, but not on this channel. So I think we need to go back to the very, very beginning of YouTube. I think the first account I ever created was created in 2006, but I never really posted anything on it until like a few years later, and I mostly posted content like videos that I recorded at concerts that I attended. So then we're moving on to this channel, and this channel I started in 2014, I believe, and that's when I decided I wanted to make videos more regularly for my blog, but I didn't upload very consistently for like, I think the first 2 years of its existence. So then I decided to do weekly videos, I think about two and a half years ago. And then actually earlier this year, I decided to do 2 videos a week. And that's really helped with growing my audience and just being able to get more content out there. So how many years have I been on YouTube? More than a decade if you count both of my accounts, but this account, just a couple of like 4 or 5 years. What was your very first video about? Well, I just told you that. So question number 2. The first video I ever uploaded onto my first YouTube channel was concert footage, mainly Backstreet Boys, because I used to be an avid Backstreet Boys fan. I would travel the globe going to their concerts. So that was my very first video, I think. It must have been like Backstreet Boys sound check or concert videos. And then on this channel, it's the shoe collection. So that's still up. You can still see it. I have never ever hidden anything that I posted online. You can still find everything. 3, who is your dream collab? I think there are quite a few people who I'd like to collab with, but just the logistics behind it would be quite difficult, I guess, because most of the people that I really enjoy watching are not in the Netherlands. So they're also smaller creators. I don't really like many of the like super duper big YouTubers, but someone who I really enjoy watching is Angelica Nykvist. She's in Sweden. So she does all these like super fun, colorful eyeshadow looks, and she is really, really sassy, but I really like her videos. And I also really enjoy the videos by Kaylee Baute. She's an American YouTuber, and she does a ton of palette videos, and I just really liked start watching her because of all of her comparisons between different palettes and things that are going on, and she's definitely inspired my palette series that I've been doing in, I don't even know, like past year and a half or so on this channel. So those are 2 people I definitely want to collab with, maybe at some point. I don't think they even know I exist, but hey ho. Number 4, what would it mean to you to make it on YouTube? Well, I'm not even trying to make it on YouTube, so I think this question is a little void. I think I've already made it on YouTube. My goal for 2018 was to get 1,000 subscribers, and that's what I have now, so I'm really happy. And of course I could go for like 5,000 and 10,000, and eventually that might happen, but my main goal with this is just to have fun and just keep doing what I do. And if you enjoy watching it at the same time, then I think we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I definitely see a couple of people popping up in the comments quite regularly, which I really appreciate. First of all, that you are willing to take out a little bit of time of your day to watch my videos and to then also leave a comment, and that people are consistently coming back. That's really, really fun to see, which is why I've also been really trying to do some like requested videos of the people that I see popping up in my comments quite a lot. So yeah, I think, you know, I'm not really aiming to get anything out of this. I mean, I have other goals in life. YouTube isn't necessarily one of them. I'm just having fun. And as long as I'm having fun, I've made it. Let's stick to that. 5, what is your end goal on YouTube? Well, in line with that, the answer to the previous question, not really anything. I don't really have an end goal. The only time I will stop uploading videos is if I no longer enjoy it, if it becomes too much of a chore, then I will stop. But as with my blog, where, you know, I just started that a rainy night just because I wanted to write. There is this like creative urge inside me. I need to do something with that. And it's something I've always had, I guess. I just for a very long time didn't realize I had it. And this whole like social media thing is sort of allowing me to explore that side of me. And it's something that I can't really do in my job. So that's why it's sort of like really matches with who I am and what I enjoy doing. So no, I don't really have an end goal. As long as it's fun, I'll keep going, no matter how many followers I have. 6, what is the hardest part about YouTube? Definitely trying to get content up for me. Again, it's very murky today. I only have about one day a week where I can actually film. Because I work and I have a very busy life outside of YouTube. I have friends, family, gym, dance classes, dance evenings. I'm hardly ever home, so adding all that together just makes it a bit of a challenge sometimes, and I really try to like record things in advance so that when I know I'll be busy, I have content that I can post. But the challenge is not necessarily in the recording itself, because you can very easily record 4 or 5 videos in a row if you'd like. It's the editing, because that's what takes up most of my time. One video takes at least an hour to 2 hours to put together and get it online, like from like just transporting the files to my hard drive to uploading and having everything done in YouTube itself so that it can go live. All of that takes me a good hour to 2 hours, depending on how complicated the video is. And then I'm not even doing anything fancy in terms of editing yet. So it's definitely like just the time effort that goes into getting these things online. As I said, I'm just having a lot of fun doing it, else I wouldn't be doing it. And yeah, so as long as it's fun, I'll keep going. But it's definitely sometimes difficult to find the time to get it all done. 7, what's the best part about YouTube? Well, like I already mentioned, just being able to let my creativity out there, and hopefully, you know, I have something to add to this space. And apparently some people are thinking that, because there are people coming back, there are people who subscribe to my channel, so apparently I'm doing something right. And yeah, I'm starting to figure out a little bit like what kind of content does well on my channel and what content does not. But even then, I'm not someone who's here for the numbers, so if I feel like really making a video and I know it won't do well, I'll still do it. It's just, you know, and I think that that's one of the best parts about YouTube. If you don't take it too seriously, then it's just fair game. You can do whatever you like. And if you are really looking to create videos, or you want to try this, I think it's still a platform where you can just go on and just dabble around and practice your video editing skills and trying to see what goes into making a video. I think that a lot of people don't realize that, actually. And then if you see those like super glossy, fancy YouTubers, and I'm like, oh, there's so much work and money and time and effort that goes into it. If you don't have a team, you will not be able to do anything like that. So yeah, I think that's the best part about YouTube, that it's just a great place where you can find so much information. If you don't know how something works, you just Google it, you find a YouTube video, and you figure out how to do it, and you can do it. So that's something that I think is great. 8, what's the funniest comment you've ever gotten? Whew, on my YouTube channel. I'm not sure if I've had any funny comments per se. But, you know, I already appreciate, as I mentioned, every single comment that people leave on my videos. I already think that's a lot of fun. But funny, I think that the comments, when people realize, sometimes people leave a comment saying, oh, I've been watching some of your videos and I'll only now realize that you're Dutch, or oh wow, you sound just like this, that, and that person that I know who's also Dutch when they speak English. So I definitely get quite a few people asking me, like checking, like, where are you from exactly? Because most of my accent is a little bit affected by my mother tongue, but part of it isn't, and I think that that's why people get a little bit confused as to like what location are you in. So those always strike me as funny, I have to say. Meanest comments, I haven't really gotten any mean comments on my YouTube channel. I definitely have had mean comments on my blog with people just saying like, oh, you're the ugliest person I've ever seen. The only thing that I'm starting to get some more dislikes on some of my videos now, and it kind of frustrates me because it's like, okay, so you dislike the video, you're giving it a thumbs down, but if that person doesn't leave a comment, I have absolutely no clue what was bad about that video according to that person, and I would like to improve my videos. So by all means, if you have any comments or feedback for me of how I can improve the videos, I know lighting is the thing, I know that. A thumbs down is just telling me that my video sucked, and that was about it. So that's, in terms of meanness, I don't think that it's necessarily meant in a mean way, but that's definitely something that I'm like, that's a little frustrating. What other subject matter could you create a YouTube channel about? Well, if you've been watching my videos, then you know this channel isn't necessarily about just one topic. Just like my blog, actually, it is heavily beauty focused, and that's definitely something that's happened over the years because I just figured out that writing and making videos about beauty topics is a lot easier than fashion for me or books. But I would definitely would like to dabble more into fashion or dabble more into books, because I did a couple of book videos earlier in the year, but then I hit a reading slump and I had no inspiration for them. So maybe the reading thing I'd want to get back into, but I'm not sure yet. And that would definitely be a sub-channel that I would be interested in creating. So a book channel, a booktube channel. Because I do read quite a bit and I really enjoy sharing with people and talking with people about books. So yeah, I think that could be an interesting take, but not something I have the time for currently. So that's why if I do any book related content, I will probably just put it in this channel. 11, why did you start your YouTube channel? Well, I already answered this question a little bit as well. I decided to make videos as part of my blog, really. So I started this channel because I wanted to also make videos for my blog. And the reason why I started doing more regular and more content during the week was because I just found out I really enjoy making videos, and that's why I kept going it. And I do feel that the blog and the YouTube channel are two different crowds. So people who watch this channel don't go to my blog, and people who read the blog don't watch the YouTube channel. There are very few people that sort of cross over, it seems. But yeah, hey, it's a different way of creating content. And I definitely feel that some content is better in written form, while other content works better in a video. So that's why I really like separating the two as well. So for instance, I hardly do any full reviews on this channel, because if I'm reviewing one single product, I don't like going through a 10 to 15 minute video to see what someone did with an eyeshadow palette. I have no interest. If I'm really interested in a product and I want to see a review about that, I look for blog posts. And so that's why most of the reviews I write go on my blog. And then this is sort of where I do roundups and hauls, and where I sort of do that other content, because I feel it works better visually. I could just sit here and hold an eyeshadow palette up and talk about it for 15 minutes, which I could. I just don't really think those videos are very interesting, especially because within a video, if I do a review on, for instance, an eyeshadow palette, I need to include at least 3 looks. If it's like a larger, like 12 to 18 pan palette, I definitely want to have 3 looks there. And if I had to do that in video form, that would take up a lot of time. So it's just one of the philosophies that I have behind reviewing, that I don't want to put in video form, especially because YouTube reviews, the churn rate is so quickly, meaning that a product comes out this week, and then especially the people who have, of course, the PR list and they get it sent in, already get it in advance so they can have the reviews up really quickly. I just feel that those aren't reviews. If you tried something once, to me, that's not a review. I want to be able to use things for an extensive amount of time. So for instance, an average foundation review on my blog doesn't get posted unless I've worn the foundation for at least a week to work, to the gym, to club nights, to family nights, all that jazz, because then I really know whether it lasts and what it looks like after a full day of wear. I do not like first impression reviews at all, which is why I'm not doing anything like that on my YouTube channel, because I feel that a review in video form is too limited for what I can do in a blog post. The next question is 12. What video are you embarrassed by? And to be quite honest, none really. And that's not because I'm like super confident and I think all my videos are great. I definitely don't think that. But it's another extreme to be embarrassed by them. The reason why I don't take down any of my content is because you live and learn. There are certain things that you do for the first time. Will they be perfect the first time? No, they're not. I very rarely have this instance where I do something for the first time and it comes out perfectly. It just hardly ever does. But why hide that from the world? Why does everything have to be perfect? I am very much against this like charade that everybody is putting on social media of, look, my life is great and I'm so happy and all that. I'm a little allergic to that kind of vibe. So that's why there are videos on here that I'm not the happiest with, that I'm not particularly proud of. They show bad editing, it's bad lighting, it's whatever. But it's a video that I put my time and effort into and I wanted to share it with the world at the time. So why would I go back to it now, months or years later, and delete it because I don't like it anymore? I just think that's a bit weird. I think I really like seeing how my videos have changed over time, and I really like going back to old blog posts because it's a learning curve. And if you can delete everything that once went wrong in your life, but ultimately the mistakes that you make in your life, that's how you learn and that's how you become a better person, a better YouTuber, a better blogger, whatever it is you do in life, you become better because you make mistakes. So, and that's really something I believe in. So why should I be embarrassed by some of the mistakes I made? I made them and they're here for you to watch them if you'd like. I really have no issue with people being able to see that. I'm not perfect, definitely not. And that's also something that, you should know. I'm not perfect. There are complete duds on this channel and I'm absolutely fine with it. So question number 13 is, what video are you the most proud of? And I think it should be my shoe collection, which is the first video on here. Because I just really enjoyed filming that. It was a lot of work. It took me like an entire day to film that. So there was just a lot of work that went into it. So then when you finally get it up, and it was like the first time I tried putting like titles on a video and all that. So I definitely think I'm pretty proud of that one. And I'm also pretty proud of, the red lipstick video I did a couple of months ago. I did an overview of my entire red lipstick collection. And I swatched everything and I was trying to figure out how I would best be able to put it all together, and I decided to go for a split screen for the first time in my life. That also took a long time to edit, but I feel it was well worth it in the end. So yeah, I definitely like the videos where I learned like a new editing skill. Those are the ones that I usually really enjoy. And then 14, that's the last question I have for you. What is your first YouTube memory? I think the first time a video of mine started like really getting a lot of views, which is probably one of the first Essence or Catrice videos that I put online. It was actually a suggestion of a friend of mine, a real life friend of mine, who said, you should film these like Catrice and Essence things rather than doing it on the blog. So I did one of those videos and it took off. It had like 10,000 views within like a couple of weeks, and I was like, oh wait, so this is a thing, and so that was really, really surprising to me, and I think that that's one of my best YouTube memories. So that's it for me for today. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope it wasn't too rambly for you. If you liked the video, then please give it a thumbs up, and I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. I make new videos twice a week on Thursday and Sunday. My videos go live at 5 a.m. Central European Time, and I really hope to see you in my next video. I hope you have a great day. Bye!